up, beautiphiles? It's your gal pal T here, back in California after a 2-week trip to New York. I wanted to sit down with you guys and talk a little bit about INCOSMETICS and just do a quick recap of the event. So it was a 2-day event in New York City. It was held at the Javits Center. New York is a fantastic place to hold an event like this. There was a lot of energy and this really great vibe, and I felt that that really carried on to the exhibition floor. Everyone there was just there to explore, learn, and create. I started the day by attending some technical seminars. You know that I'm always trying to keep myself up to date on the latest beauty trends, and I felt like the seminars were a fantastic way to get a lot of information really fast. One of the things that I liked about this event was that people were so accessible. You could reach out to a speaker and they were more than happy to share what they knew with you. I got to meet with people like Maya Rosen, editor-in-chief for Harry's Cosmeticology, who brought up the concept of vibrational cosmetics, which made me go like, what is that? We got to talk to Jeb Gleason-Allred. He's the editor-in-chief of Global Cosmetics Industry. This is a trade magazine, and he gave us some really great tips for starting an indie beauty brand. We also got to chat with Belinda Carley, who talked to us about natural products. She is the director of the Institute of Personal Care Science. She is a master formulator and just an incredibly friendly woman and a great educator. We also got to talk to Barbara Olioso, who talked about sustainable cosmetics, and Nava Diane, who spoke about the skin microbiome and some of the challenges involved. I also spent a lot of time on the exhibition floor. We got to check out different suppliers like Jean Nil, who really had these very imaginative perfumes.
We have Flying Through Nebula.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Sliding on the Rainbow.
And I was so impressed with these scents that I actually asked for samples afterwards because I thought they were so neat. I also spoke with Jason Delaney from Canfield Scientific, and they scanned my hand in 3D. They also do faces. This was really interesting because not only did I get to see my pores and my wrinkles really close up, but I also got to learn how they're using this technology to make assessments about whether our skincare products work or how well they work. I also got to meet with the folks at Sand Dream Impact, where we got to play with their pigments and learn about the physics and the chemistry behind them. Hey, look at that. Look at that sparkle. I also got to go to the Innovation Zone, which is one of the displays they had at INCOSMETICS. These were ingredients that had just been released in the last 6 months. We got to talk to one of the suppliers, LipoTrue. They were coming out with meow. This is a new anti-wrinkle peptide released that day. We got to go to the makeup bar, which is just a lot of fun. I felt like it brought out the inner kid in me. I was attracted to the pigments. They had everything from these very eye-catching metallics to these very soft shimmers, and the nice thing was you can play with them all. There was also the sensory bar where I played with an oil that when you combined it with water and you stirred it around, it turned into a lotion and it also generated warmth. That was really cool. I saw a lot of potential application for that with massages. And then I went to go get my formulation on. They had something called the Formulation Lab where you can put on your lab coat and go to work with other people in the industry. And so I got to sit at a table with maybe 5 or 6 other chemists, and we got to make a lip gloss and an eyeshadow. This was called the Special Effects Pigments formulation. There was the formulation challenge to see how the pros formulate. That was 6 of the biggest beauty brands going head to head to produce the best skincare product. They were only given 90 minutes to create something. It was interesting to see how they pushed through some of those challenges. Spoiler alert, Shiseido won. I think one of the biggest takeaways that I got from this event was meeting people that were just about as passionate about cosmetic science as I am. This was an event where you could really just like find your tribes, get to know your peeps, and build connections that help you grow both personally and professionally. So now that you got the recap, I'd like to hand it back over to you. What did you guys think? Were these videos helpful? Was there someone that I should talk to in more depth? Maybe there was a particular topic I didn't address. Definitely let me know about it in the comments. Your feedback is super important and it's help guiding the direction of this channel. So whatever you guys have to say, I would love to hear it. I gotta go unpack that beast. So I will talk to you later. Bye.